I believe straight things, anything to be spoken straight, not with much of similes or any stylizations. Simple way of communication is tell the truth on the face.
So beautiful. It's you've also made a documentary about this issue before.
Yeah, 2018, yeah.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
I made a documentary because since 2014, I was doing a research on this subject. I mean, I kept on meeting the girls who are kind of, I call them conversion survivor.
Yeah.
I saw their pain, agony, the life, the miserable life they were living. So I started chasing their misery.
Yeah.
So I come to know that it's a huge, sinister international plan been hatched against India, and these girls are the poor little pawns in the system.
Yeah.
So I gathered lot of testimonials. I gathered lot of content in terms of I mean the supporting materials, the
Yeah.
proof, the source things. Like I explored that there is a huge drug trail out there which has been used to uh, given to the girls for their psychological changes. So I thought that I have enough of material to make a documentary. So I made that film, got Best Film Award in London International Film Festival. And then I decided, but that film I could not show to many people because that film was very sensitive. I had a screening in JNU, but that unfortunately that turned into a battleground. Many people got injured and all. So I decided not to, and 2019 was election year.
Yeah.
So I was being advised not to show the film. Then I realized that I need to tell the story in a much popular way, much commercial way, so that I can,
Get the message.
I can, I'm successful to tell their story, the miseries these girls go on. So finally, I wrote the script and I got Vipul Shah as my producer. He is kind enough to hear the story. And the day he heard the story, he was in tears almost because it was really very painful story to tell. Uh, I was little skeptical because he's a regular A-lister, commercial, popular film producer. But
Absolutely.
my script touched him. So we started working together and here we are.
It's interesting you mentioned about London because we're hearing that in London, the BBFC has delayed the release of this film, although a lot of people they were looking forward to it. Chiti Media has
Yes,
also
yes. And that's
covered
very
this aspect.
unfortunate. It is unfortunate that London, uh, which they claim, the UK government claim that they are a democratic government, they are the champions of free thought, free spirit.
Democracy. Yeah.
Yeah, they're one of the pioneer of the democracy. So this thing happening there, the radicalization happening in UK, that we come to know that it is very strong radical forces are extreme really active in UK. But I did not know it will uh, take away the cultural freedom of that country, which is very, very rare, very, very unfortunate. And if it happens, we have reason to be worried about the future of this world.
And to think of it, you often have these countries preaching liberalism or a free
No,
democracy
the
of
thing
India.
is, Shreya, the thing is, uh, preaching liberalization, preaching democracy, preaching. A few days back only, there is a debate with two BBC documentaries. Then it was like rusticating Indian government, that government taken a stance against the BBC's documentary.
Yeah.
And BBC being the pioneer of world free media,
Yeah.
I thought that this film will have a good treatment there. But the point is, the radicalism, the UK is fast getting into the radical world. The Islamic radicalism are so predominantly finding ground in UK, and it will come into the foreground. I never imagined. So if it happened with my film, then okay, we will manage because they can stop my film. I have option of OTT also.
Yeah.
But by stopping the release of the film, they made a very bad precedence, very bad message for themselves. And I think they will pay for their this reluctance, pay for their decision, because if they allow radical thoughts, radical Islamic radicalism taken over their own spirit, then the country is in danger.
Wouldn't you say that that's already happening? I mean, you have all these processions
Yeah,
of.
yeah. The way I thought it is happening much faster, that is happening much dangerous way.
Coming back to your movie, so you had already done your homework, back when you made your documentary. But what exactly was it that motivated you to make this movie, to make this
Yeah,
documentary?
because I mean the pains, the agony of the girls always haunted me when I was doing the research. It was very difficult to see these girls are in trouble. I saw these girls who have come back from these clutches of the terrorists. Uh, they don't have electricity, their electricity been cut. They used to go to the market to buy vegetables. Their vegetable on the way back, their vegetables are being snatched. I saw them sleeping nights after nights without food.
Yeah.
I went there to interview. I just was given a small space in between two doors. Through that, the light was coming, and I shot their interview testimony from that only. So matter of fact is, it was horrific. Some of the girls' house been burned as because they have reconverted. Their families has been badly suffering. So these are the things which actually caused me take an interest in the subject. And when I realized that it is a part of a large sinister plan of hatched by ISIS, then I realized that Kerala is in the big trouble. So I thought that it is my moral duty to tell the story of Kerala.
And Sudipto, the ISIS angle, did you find any actual reports on that? Because a lot of people are questioning the facts behind the whole story. And they're actually accusing.
The people who have seen the film, they are not questioning, because they know after seeing the film, the people who were abusing us, the people who were talking against our film, the time they see the film,
Yeah.
after coming out, they are not questioning our integrity, questioning our facts, questioning our numbers. They are not doing anything.
Yeah.
Like, in contrary, I got some messages from, even one message from a Muslim girl from Kerala,
Yeah.
that, brother, I abused you for last 10 days. She started abusing me from the time our trailer was released.
Yeah.
And she saw the film on the third day of the release.
Yeah.
Then after third day, she wrote that last 10 days I was abusing you. It was my mistake. I publicly want to apologize. You made a wonderful film, and I think it is one of the most patriotic film I ever seen. So I think we are vindicated. We neither distorted any fact,
Yeah.
not distorted any number.
Yeah.
We stand by whatever been said in the film in the form of the dialogue.
Yeah.
We stand by each and every visuals been shown. We stand by every comments been made. So the thing is, it's a testimony of three girls,
Yeah.
which is in the end of the film.
Yeah.
The real people come on the camera and saying that this is my story.
Yeah.
So I have reason to ignore the factor of the criticism, because we are already vindicated. So my request to my haters, that go and watch the film. And I'm sure after coming out, they will hug me.
Yeah. So your film speaks for itself.
Yeah, of course, yes. It's a human document, Shreya. It's a human document. I have taken the name of ISIS 11 times in the film,
Yeah.
but not a single time I spoken about anything about Islam.
Yeah.
I never discussed anything, any notion about Islamic preaching or anything. It is everything I spoke against ISIS. Everything I spoke against the Islamic terrorism. And I think every Muslim should support my film, that I have given them the opportunity to clear the air of confusion on Islamic the criticism on Islam worldwide.
Yeah.
That Islam has nothing to do with terrorism, that they got an opportunity to prove the point, which I shown in the film.
Are you being accused of any, or were you being accused of any political ideologies?
Yeah. People are saying that I am, it is a propaganda of BJP RSS. But earlier I was taking them seriously.
Yeah.
But because so far 1 crore people has seen the film. So I'm sure this 1 crore number is too big to say that only RSS BJP people went to see the film. I have got messages from leftists. I have got messages from Congress people. Our film doing extremely well in Congress rule and non-BJP rule states.
Yeah.
And we are extremely happy that it has appealed, it has touched the heart of every Indian and the world, whoever has seen the film. So that tag, that RSS BJP tag is already gone. Only people they have did not see the film, like the chief minister of my own state, Mamata Banerjee. She only, she and along with her, there are few people who did not see the film. Have has still carrying on with that vicious campaign against us, but that those will go soon, very soon. I will personally go, given chance, I will personally go and see the film with our chief minister.
I'm sure you will. It's not very, I wouldn't say that's very ambitious at all. I'm sure the chief minister will at some point realize that
Because you know, Shreya, she's the champion of free speech. When Padmavat was been banned by central government, she's the first voice came in favor of Padmavat.
Yeah.
Mahuma Maitraji, she protested against that BBC documentary when it was coming under the discussion of ban and all was going on.
Yeah.
So I think they are the ambassador of free speech, democratic values and all. Why, without seeing my film, they decided to ban?
Yeah.
And must be they are misguided. Some people has told them wrong thing about the film. I'm sure the on day after tomorrow, that is Wednesday, when Supreme Court will give their verdict, I will personally go to Calcutta. I will try to meet all the leaders and I will arrange a screening for them.
Speaking about the movie, Sudipto, your movie has made rupees 135 crores in just 10 days, which is
It will cross 150 crore today.
Oh,
it will cross 150 crore today. But that is not an important. Any filmmaker, like my producer made so many films which crossed 200 crore. So money is important, definitely important, because nobody knew that whether I will be able to release the film at all. But still, Vipulji went ahead and spent his own personal hard-earned money. No studio was there with us. No distributor was with us. Vipulji, mortgaged our property to fund this film. So money is important, but to me, it is more important that more than 1 crore people has seen the film, and by the end of the run, I think at least 5 to 8 crore people will see the film. And once OTT come and all, I think a large percentage of Indian and people from all over the world will watch the film. It is important people to watch the film. So I am counting the numbers of footfall in the auditorium, in the halls, not the money.
That's so beautiful. But how are you feeling about it? Is this
I saw a meme last couple of days back that film are being made to earn 100 crore, but as an exception, these people has made a film to awaken 100 crore people. So I think this is the biggest prize we got.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can imagine the euphoria we have, that we managed to bring back smile on those girls who helped me in my research, and some reprieve. And I am sure that after watching the film, the government of India and whoever in the administration who will take the call will not be able to sleep peacefully till something is done.
Beautiful. Beautiful, actually. And the next thing that I personally want to know is that Was it difficult for you to find the right cast for artistic or political reasons?
Yeah. It was a long journey. For 6 months, we reached out to every stars in South India, every stars in Bombay, who otherwise or every day call my producer to cast them in the hall, and in that list all A-listers. But reading the script, all said no. All were scared to do this character. But we are thankful to Ada that Ada agreed. Not only Ada, the other four girls, Siddhi, Yogita, and Sonia. These four girls are the new superstars of Bombay film industry. They showed the courage. They did their best, and people are loving them. They are now the household name of Indian film industry. So I think the big names by saying no to the script actually helped the cause. That we could give birth of four superstars in new superstars in the Bombay film industry.
But then Bollywood has always championed women's rights, so to speak.
I have no idea about it. I'm the wrong person to answer.
Right. Moving on, the last thing that we would like to know from you is there any message that you would like to give to girls and about how we can keep them safe from such kind of...
The thing is, there is an inherent problem in our education system. So our education system is 200 years old. Lord Robert Macaulay's education system. It only produced a bunch of clerks, not any sensible human being. So we are advocating for changing our education system for a pretty long time. This education system do not allow us for moral education, ethical education, the cultural education. It only educate us to become a clerk. So when you have to think about your existence, your real identity, you need to understand who you are. You need to understand your values, your history, your existence, and those education will make a person strong enough to fight any kind of battle, whether it is an intellectual battle, whether it is an historical battle, any kind of battle. So to me, it is important to tell all the parents that before teaching you the history of West or ideology of West, teach your children about us, about our country. It is world's oldest civilization. So it has built up the civilization of the world. So we are capable enough to create a generation which can change the world. So parents has lot of duties to perform to their children, make them a good citizens, a patriotic citizen of this country, and shield them from any kind of onslaughts like terrorism.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.